49ers Cal High Sports is presented by U.S. Bank. Life keeps moving. We're here for every step. U.S. Bank member, FDIC.
This week on 49ers Cal High Sports presented by U.S. Bank, big league games all around the Bay Area. We'll see Valley Christian battle Mitty. Livermore takes on California and Northgate meets Las Lomas.
Exciting flag football includes Liberty and Heritage, League Volleyball with Leland and Leigh, and the autistic Del Mar football player finding his place on the Dons varsity squad. It's all right now on 49ers Cal High Sports presented by U.S. Bank.
Welcome to 49ers Cal High Sports presented by U.S. Bank. I'm Robert Bronstein.
And I'm Aubrey Tolliver. Let's get this week started with a huge non-league game with two of the very best teams in California. Cathedral Catholic out of San Diego is undefeated at 5-0 with Cal commit Brady Palmer throwing for 885 yards so far this season.
Yeah, he's a good one. De La Salle is the top-rated team in Northern California. The Spartans also 5-0 with North Carolina commit Jaden Jefferson having a great season. Two state powerhouses meeting at De La Salle Friday night.
Here come the De La Salle Spartans as they host Cathedral Catholic of San Diego. The Spartans pounding the rock early. Pitch the ball to North Carolina-bound senior Jaden Jefferson, and the fastest man in California shows off his speed, sprinting all the way inside Don's territory for a big gain. Then a few plays later, give the rock to Greg Jones, who spins his way into the end zone for the first points of the game. The point after is good, and it's 7-0 De La Salle. The Spartans on the attack again. This time it's the quarterback Braden Knight taking it himself, and Braden turns on the Jets! 40 yards to the promised land. The point after is no good, and it's 13-0 De La Salle after one. Second quarter now, and it's Knight once again with the quarterback keeper. Braden going to the far sideline and racing all the way deep inside Don's territory for a 62-yard gain. The Spartans punch it in a few plays later, and it's 21-0 DLS. Cathedral Catholic answers back later in the quarter. Handed to Willie Flores, who scampers it for the touchdown. 21-7 De La Salle at the half. More Spartans in the second half as Braden Knight finds pay dirt for the second rushing touchdown of the game, and it's 28-7 De La Salle. The Dons on the board again. Honor Falave getting the carry here, and all the way for an honorable touchdown to cut the deficit back to 14. But the Spartans' ground game was great all night long. Jamal Johnson Lucas dives in for the touchdown as the Spartans improve to 6-0 in the season. Braden Knight with two rushing touchdowns for De La Salle.
A moment of silence for fallen teammate Isaiah Mendoza. His family was honored in a pregame ceremony Thursday night. The Chargers strike first with Gilbert Padilla plowing his way in from a yard out. 7-0 Chargers. More Dupsy looks like a handoff up the middle. Think again. It's Kai Imahara on the keeper, and Kai barrels his way in for 6. With the PAT, it's 14-0 Wilcox. Chargers looking for more, but the pass is intercepted by Jaxta Jagger in the end zone for the touchback. Capuchino looks to get going, but there's trouble with the exchange, and Santino Balogun picks up the rock and takes it to the crib for 6. It's 21-0 Chargers after 1. Offensively, those Chargers were unstoppable. Here's Imahara finding Miles Chaney on a slant for 6. But this Santino Balogun kid had a night. 3 total touchdowns, 2 on the ground, which includes this touchdown to make it 35-0. And the defense was lights out. Just before the half, here's a shot over the middle that's picked off by Jeremiah Alavalos, and the captain's got open space for a pick 6. Chargers tack on another touchdown in the second half as Wilcox rolls past Capuchino, winning 49-0.
The undefeated Dons look to stay on top of the Diablo League, taking on rival Clayton Valley. Ivan Garcia with the highlights. Ugly Eagles making moves in their opening drive. Gianna Marcantonio using her footwork to buy some time before connecting with Sarah Kern, and the senior gets the first down to move the chains. Uggs score a few plays later as Marcantonio runs up the middle, extending the ball for the touchdown. PET no good. Clayton Valley leads 6-0 after 1. More Clayton Valley in the second. They may be called the Ugly Eagles, but watch this beauty fly. Marcantonio sends a deep ball to Kern, making the catch, gets the flag pulled right before the end zone, but keeping the momentum rolling is Marcantonio scrambling to her left before finding Jordan Grove in a tight window to put Clayton Valley up 12-0. Dons keep the game within reach using defense as Stella Bouchette is there to make the interception and brings it back into Uggs territory. Clayton Valley still leads 12-0 at the half. Ugly Eagles facing a 4th and goal at the 1, but Avery Demmett rips off the runner's flags before crossing the goal line. The refs rule no touchdown, and it's a turnover on downs. but here's Clayton Valley returning the favor on the very next play. Grove gets to the QB, taking the flag off. Refs rule it a safety, and Clayton Valley is pumped. The Ugly Eagles showing they can do it all, flying out of Lafayette with a dub, beating Acalanes 14-0.
The Lee Longhorns taking on leading Leland. A grueling first set as Leland takes the lead as the Chargers' outstanding senior setter Amaya Carrillo dumps it home. Lee fights back a nice dig by Megan Chu to the setter Beatrice Magnaghi to Olya Stiliano, who slices it hard line. More Lee, it's Chu to Amy Choi to Tegan Cooling, and the Cal Poly commit reps it home. But Leland wins the first 31-29. Anaya Lewis to Carrillo, and she did it again. Leland up 1-0. Second set, and the Chargers in charge again. Carrillo and Celesta Catino put up the double block. Then later in the second, a graceful up by Nyla Dorsey to Carrillo out to Lewis, and Leland is up 2-0. But the Longhorns battle back in the third. Chu to Choi out to Alma Solomon, an impressive lefty freshman. The Horns take the third. Ulisa Ting plays give and go with Chu, leading to an impressive kill for this freshman. Fourth set, more Lee, and Tegan Cooling was on fire in this set. This one of Tegan's 11 kills in the fourth. Nice deep set here by Choi to Cooling, who rips home another of her 29 kills in the match. We're tied at 2 sets apiece, but Cooling goes down with a leg injury early in the fifth. Carrillo bumps sets Lewis as Leland remains undefeated in the Mount Hamilton division. Lau and Dorsey leading the way.
The Riordan Center brings us the Players of the Week award each week. Scan this QR code right now to see the nominees and to vote for who you think should be next week's Players of the Week.
The winners announced in a wrap produced by the Riordan Center. Here are this week's Gary Riordan Players of the Week.
James the Spitter, 49ers Cow High. These are your Gary Riordan Players of the Week. Jaden Crane. Everybody should get to know the name. You should know it. Simply recognizing that he got game. Just look at their stats, they're so insane. Repping for the Irish, pressure turn to diamonds. Scoring 5 TDs, now look at how his game is shining. This to motivate and keep the winning culture rising. 234 yards, we'll keep the W's coming. We'll keep the W's coming, and that's how he is stunting. Donica, Boiserie, check out all her motion beats. She's in her bag like groceries, making some noise locally. Scoring for the Grizzlies, and she totaled, getting 3 TDs. Trying to guard me up, but the truth is you can't see me. When you put in all that work, that's really how it's supposed to be. 12 catches, 178 on the yards. All she ever knew was to keep going hard. Just keep going hard. Let's go. James the Spitter, 49ers Cow High. These are your Gary Riordan Players of the Week. Riordan Center.
Hi, I'm 49ers fullback Kyle Juszczyk. Each week, 49ers Flag and 49ers Prep, presented by U.S. Bank, honor local high school coaches with the Charlie Wiedemeyer Memorial Coach of the Week Award. These coaches show leadership on the field and make a lasting impact in their communities. Each winner receives a $1,000 grant from the 49ers Foundation and will be recognized in a pregame on-field ceremony. Here's Robert and Aubrey with this week's honorees.
Thanks, Juice. This week's award goes to Christopher High School head football coach Michael Piernick. The Cougars improved to 3-2 with a 28-6 win over Overfelt last week, combining defensive takeaways and strong offense for a team victory.
For his leadership and the team's success, Coach Piernick will receive a grant from the 49ers Foundation. Congratulations to Coach Michael Piernick. This week's 49ers Prep presented by U.S. Bank Charlie Wiedemeyer Memorial Coach of the Week.
Coming up, the Euro Clinic Girls Game of the Week as Campolindo meets Las Lomas.
But first, Bellarmine Prep presents another top alum from the Bellarmine program over the years.
I'm Kevin McMahon, Bellarmine class of 1990. I played football here and did track and field. And Bellarmine was a springboard for me to my 12 years on the U.S. national team, including 2 Olympic Games. I've also coached at Stanford and at Georgetown, but I always knew I wanted to come back and teach here at Bellarmine because it really changed my life. And I felt like nothing could be more satisfying than giving back to the school that changed my life forever.
This is Jess, Peloton instructor, educator, game changer. She needs her money to work as hard as she does. That's why she uses U.S. Bank Smartly checking and savings, which does exactly that, helping her track her spending and grow her money. Together, we'll achieve more than any of us could alone. You got this, Jess.
We got this.
That's the power of Jess, and this is the power of us.
Every time I step onto the field, I suit up to protect myself from injury. Off the field, I do the same for my family. But sometimes in life, no matter how careful you are, accidents happen. That's when you can trust Bernardi Zerata. They treat their clients like family, always looking out for your best interests. If you've been injured, call Bernardi Zerata, because when life hits you hard, you deserve a caring team that's on your side.
What's the easiest way to put a spring back in your step? Finding the perfect mattress at Mancini Sleep World. We've got you covered with our Rest Easy promise. We're so sure you'll love your mattress that we offer a 365-night comfort guarantee. 1 year to make sure your mattress is delivering the comfort you deserve. We guarantee the best price with free next-day delivery with top brands like Tempur-Pedic starting at $29 a month. Feel the beat of better sleep with
Mancini Sleep World. Rest easy.
Every week, we have a girls' game receiving special coverage with a reporter on scene and a post-game interview where the MVP gets custom headphones for her efforts. All of this thanks to Euro Clinic in Santa Clara, where European auto care meets uncompromising standards.
This week, the big game is the Diablo Foothill League girls volleyball matchup with 4-0 Campolindo meeting 3-1 Las Lomas. It's the Euro Clinic girls game of the week. Our Jake Vanderbrook was there.
We're bringing our Euro Clinic Girls Game of the Week to the hardwood for an exciting volleyball matchup as Campolindo takes on Las Lomas. Campolindo has won 15 consecutive league titles, and they're off to a strong 5-0 start in the Diablo Foothill League with Mia Wallach leading the way with 146 kills. And for Las Lomas, the Knights have a ton of talent, which features Amara Aminu, just a sophomore. Amara is averaging 8 kills per set. So let's get our Euro Clinic Girls Game of the Week underway. Campo is rolling early with Amelia Knutson with a great set to Dior Giroux with the cross-court kill. Nicely done. Shortly after, the Cougars take advantage of a Knights overpass, and Ava Rogers says, "Leave it on your side" for the point. Knights look to respond. Leila Hicks to Emma Gallagher to Sophia Woods for the rip, but Campo takes set one. Knutson feeds it to Hannah Rajinska, and Hannah unloads for one of her 9 kills, 25-15 Campo. Knights look to charge back in set two. A little hot potato, but Amara's had enough. She brings the heat with this kill. Amelia Knutson had a busy night for Campo, 43 assists and tack on a kill, pulling off some trickery here. Las Lomas continues to fight. It's Alessandra Velasquez to Gallagher to Woods. That ain't coming back, but Campo wins set 2. Knutson feeds a pass to the outside, and Mia Wallach tools it off the defender, 25-19 Cougars. And it was all Campo in this match. Knutson to Ava Rogers, good luck stopping that. 6 kills for Ava, and to top it off, it's Wallach with the bump, Knutson with the set, back to Wallach with the finish. 17 kills for the senior as Campo rolls past Las Lomas, taking this match 3-0.
Every year we lose a bunch of people and they're like, oh my gosh, it's a rebuilding year. It's never a rebuilding year for Campo. We come out every year super strong, super confident. We work hard in practice. We take this time and we really continue to build this program. And I think year in and year out, it's really special to get to see how the team evolves. And we continue to have that same mentality, and that's really special and something that helps us continue super far into the postseason.
Valley Christian taking on West Catholic League rival Mitty in this Friday night contest. The Warriors from Valley on the board first in the second quarter as Rome Leota Pritchard fires over the middle to Riley McIlvain, who races 65 yards to the house, and Valley Christian has a 7-0 lead. Mitty answers right back. The Monarchs like to hand it to strong running back Lazaro Farage Washington, and Wash gets 24 on that run. The Monarchs punch it in from there, and then next drive, let's go for a 53-yard field goal, and Chase Graff nails it. Chase plays offense, defense, and he kicks 53-yard field goals. 9-6 Mitty. Leota Pritchard now going deep to the sideline, and a spectacular catch by Jesse Diana, who did get 1 foot down. But the Monarchs stop the drive right here. The pass is tipped, and look at the juggling interception by Kai Sniffen, who then takes it out of the end zone and returns it to midfield. A huge play by Sniffen. Still 9-7 Mitty in the third, and here's Washington powering his way up the near sideline for 18 yards. Then it's Joseph Engine firing over the middle and hitting Marquise Marshall, who reaches in over the goal line, and Mitty has a 16-7 lead. Later in the third, Engine looking left, then throwing over the middle to Caden Kelly for 42 yards, leading to another Mitty score. This guy kicks 53-yard field goals, and he gets the sack right there. That's Chase Graff doing it all. Mitty rolling now as Engine rolls right, then throws back to his left for Sniffen as Mitty gets 23 unanswered points in the second half to roll to a 32-7 win and go to 4-1 on the season.
It's time for the Battle of Moraga. Miramonte and Campolindo squaring off in the pool. The girls' highlights are first up, 4 minutes in, and we have our first score. Madison Chong feeds Hayden Holloway, and the freshman with a quick catch and release. Campo with the 2-1 lead after 1. In the second, Louise Walls to a well-defended Lily Schmidt. The fadeaway shot lands. Campo will go on to lead 4-1. Still in the second, Bella Beaver with a great long pass to Anna Shogun, and the freshman converts to cut the Campo lead to 1. Miramonte on the power play. Fiona McCool to Kate Liu to Grayson Menard, and count it. The Matadors tied the game at 4. But Campo is quick to get that lead back. Charlotte Smith to Walls to Lily Holloway, and Campo takes the 5-4 lead. Miramonte with a 5-meter and a chance to equalize before the end of the first half, but Sydney Kring gets her right hand on it, and the Cougars lead 5-4. Third quarter, Miramonte ties it up again, this time on a strong deep shot from Madison Chong. Tied at 8 with 5 minutes remaining. Campo's Lily Holloway can take the lead here, and she does. Lily's game-high third goal ends up being the game winner as Campolindo wins this year's Battle of Moraga 9-8. Highlights from the boys' game coming up in our next segment.
Diamond Training and Development helps athletes reach the Diamond Standard. Each week we profile an athlete meeting that standard at their school.
Our Diamond Training and Development Diamond Standard athlete this week is Kalaya Fung from St. Mary's High School. Kalaya helps out with the school's athletic department, where she sets up concessions and takes photos during sporting events. She's also a part of the admissions team, where she leads tours around campus for incoming students. Kalaya Fung is this week's Diamond Training and Development Diamond Standard.
D-Line Constructors brings us the D-Line Defensive Play of the Week again this season. This week's D-Line Defensive Play is this Taylor Payne game-sealing interception for her Los Gatos team last week.
If you're not already following us on social media, now is the time. Follow us on Instagram and on YouTube at 49ers Cal High.
And be sure to support our show by subscribing to our YouTube channel with exclusive highlights and features. You'll find it all at 49ers Cal High.
Coming up, Riordan takes on Sacred Heart Cathedral.
And Miramonte swims against Campolindo in a water polo rivalry game. But first, here is our U.S. Bank flag football poll.
Off season? Nah, this is level up season. At Diamond Training and Development, it's all baseball and softball all year. Faster hands, bigger hits, harder throws, no excuses, just work. You want that starting spot, that college scout's attention? Show them what you did when nobody was watching. At Diamond Training and Development, off season is on.
Dad, this guy says that we act like Gillette Labs is some miracle, but it's just another razor?
Gillette Labs ain't a miracle, but it sure as heck ain't my old razor. It's Gillette's best shave. And with up to 30 shaves per cartridge, I'm spending less. Its ultra-sharp blades last 50% longer.
And give you a fresh blade feeling time after
Time
time.
after time after time. Gillette Labs, the best a man can get.
Keeps getting better.
You didn't choose a European car for average performance, so don't settle for average service. At Euroclinic, we specialize in Audi, Porsche, Mercedes-Benz, and other marques, delivering expert maintenance and a refined experience. Valet pickup, exotic towing, a private lounge, meticulous service with a 5-year unlimited mileage warranty. Euroclinic, Silicon Valley's choice for European and exotic care, where performance meets premium service.
We are Archbishop Mitty, and you're watching 49ers Cal High Sports, presented by U.S. Bank. Yeah!
The Riordan Crusaders are the #2 team in the Bay Area with a perfect 4-0 record with quarterback Michael Mitchell Jr. throwing for 1,130 yards already this season.
Yeah, they have a lot of talent on that team.
A lot.
Yeah, the Crusaders looking to stay perfect as they meet league rival Sacred Heart Cathedral. The Irish with a big league win last week, with Jaden Crane throwing for 818 yards so far this year. West Catholic League action in San Francisco Friday night.
Here come the Fighting Irish getting set to battle Riordan for the Samfeld Cup, and Riordan gets off to a hot start. Michael Mitchell Jr. airs it out, and Judge Nash makes a spectacular catch. A 49-yard touchdown for the Judge, 7-0 Riordan. More Purple Rain. Mitchell, with all sorts of time, takes a shot to the end zone and finds an open Sinai Thomas for 6. PAT good, 14-zip Crusaders. SHC looks to respond. Michael Sargent flips it to Chase Jenkins and let Chase do the rest. The easiest touchdown pass for Sargent as Chase scores. Riordan tacks on another touchdown to make it 21-7 after 1. Riordan continues to pour it on. More Mitchell and more Thomas. What a ball. What a catch towards the back of the end zone. Another Crusaders touchdown makes it 35-7 Riordan at the half. And Michael Mitchell Jr. did his thing. 4 touchdown passes, which includes this touchdown pass to the Utah-bound senior Perryon Williams, 42-7 Riordan. No quit in the Irish. They continue the fight as Sargent steps up in the pocket, looking for options. Slings it over to Jenkins, who makes a guy miss and is gone for a Sacred Heart Cathedral touchdown. A big night for Chase. Adonye Brown also had a big night. 4 total touchdowns, 3 on the ground, and how about a touchdown pass to Sinai Thomas? The lateral works to perfection, and this game turned into offensive fireworks. 4 touchdown passes on the night for Michael Sargent, which includes this TD pass to Zion Secrease, but not enough as Riordan retains the Samfeld Cup, beating Sacred Heart Cathedral 56-30.
Time for the boys matchup of the Battle of Moraga, Campolindo, and Miramonte. The Matadors up 1-0 in the first. Yov Schmoisman feeds Brock Bliss, and the Naval Academy commit shoots and scores. Miramonte with all the momentum early. Tristan Tucker with the shot clock winding down fires a shot on goal, and it goes. Mats lead 4-1 after 1. Second quarter, Campo's Ellis Culleton takes a shot from deep through traffic, and it floats in for Campo's second goal. But the Mats take the 5-goal lead into the second half of this game. Trent Smith and Brady Hassett pass back and forth before Hassett fires on goal. And in the third quarter, Miramonte takes its biggest lead of the night. Mason Tunney feeds a floater to Trent Smith. Mats up by 8. Still time for Campo to make a comeback. Will Magai delivers a changeup to the far corner of the goal. I'm telling you, Magai is Campo's guy. Sam Storrs passes to Magai. Will sneaks it inside the post, and Campolindo scores 6 unanswered to get as close as 2. But Miramonte tightens up. Tucker to Bliss to Grayson Blows, and Blows scores once more in this one to deliver the final blow as Miramonte wins this Battle of Moraga 16-14 to go to 7-1 on the season. Each week, the Cal Hope Courage Award brings us stories of athletes who inspire us.
Adrian Soriano joins us now with the story of a Del Mar football player who is truly inspiring.
Robert, Del Mar's Mason Tracy has never let autism define him. It's only fueled his drive to succeed on the football field. It's another day in practice for Del Mar's Mason Tracy. Mason was on the Del Mar track team last spring when his time in the weight room sparked his interest for football.
During her weight training, I actually trained in secret with my football team, and I became very good friends with the coaches.
I got to know him a little bit, and I said, hey, you're welcome anytime you want to come in here and lift. And he was like, okay, that's good. And I gave him some football shorts and a t-shirt.
So after the track season, Mason decided to join the summer program for the football team to try out for his senior year.
I started football because I could get a lot of popularity around the school, and it's just really fun to do.
He came to me right before summer, and his father, they came up and they talked to me and they said, hey, Mason's thinking about playing football. And I'm like, fantastic. That's awesome. And I mean, they were a little nervous, a little hesitant, but he decided to come out, and he's been just awesome.
But Mason has a challenge. He was diagnosed with autism. Mason began showing symptoms of autism when he was 3 years old.
We noticed it pretty early on, And we did, like a lot of parents, we did the battery of tests. We talked to a lot of docs, a lot of neurological tests.
Mason's parents enrolled him in speech therapy and other learning programs, all to help Mason develop his communication skills while working hand in hand with schools to give Mason all the tools he needs to succeed.
We're the kind of parents to say, just because they're autistic doesn't mean that they don't want to do the same things, they don't want to be in clubs, they want to come to school and participate and make friends and do all of the same things that every other kid wants to do.
Mason is thriving in the classroom with a 3.5 GPA in mostly mainstream classes. On the football field, he's not letting autism define who he is as a player.
This is a school full of people who care, and that caring comes all the way from administration to the teachers to the kids. My wife and I are consistently impressed by how caring and how considerate everybody at Del Mar has been.
Everybody loves Mason, and I think that just sums it up. He just has this infectious personality. He gets right in there and he, breaks the team down. You talk to him and, he was excited about these interviews, and we said, hey, Mason, they're coming to see you, and he gave a little flex, He's just a great kid.
Mason has a message to anyone trying to overcome adversity to succeed in school and in sports.
No matter the struggle, no matter what the cost, don't give up on what you do and just do it.
Dealing with autism is hard and often lonely, but Mason Tracy is using football and his teammates to find his place in the world. Mason is looking forward to track season before finishing his senior year at Del Mar High School, and he's off to college next year.
Incredible. What a great kid. Be sure to scan the QR code on the screen for more information on the Cal Hope Courage Award Scholarship Program.
Mary West Credit Union honors teachers all around the Bay Area for the great work they do every day.
Here's Kennedy White from the Monte Vista girls volleyball team talking about her outstanding yearbook teacher, Joshua Cohen.
Currently, my favorite teacher is my yearbook teacher, Mr. Cohen. He's so nice and sweet, and he lets us eat food.
Gillette presents the Precision Player each week. This is a young athlete already making his or her mark in sports.
Gillette is proud to honor Anais Ulu from Bellarmine. The 6'3", 315-pound sophomore is a talented lineman for the Bells. For the best a fan can get this season, visit Gillette.com/NFL to purchase your Gillette Labs official 49ers licensed razor today.
Coming up, East Bay League action with California hosting Livermore.
And Sharks Ice High School hockey as Palo Alto meets Leigh. You're watching the Bay Area's #1 high school sports show, 49ers Cal High Sports, presented by U.S. Bank.
Meet the Johnsons, a young couple looking to start a family. Then there's Larry, the eccentric brother-in-law who likes to hold concerts every day. And he also believes that squirrels are spies. Ready to build an ADU loan on your main home, a second home, or an investment property in California? Get a Home Fast ADU loan with fixed-term financing ranging from $25,000 up to $500,000. Thanks to a Home Fast ADU loan from West, Larry has his own space. And the Johnsons, well, they have their sanity back.
On the field, you've got your team. Off the field, you need one too, especially in math. Bay Area Tutor for Athletes lets you build your own squad, up to 5 teammates for small group online tutoring, or go one-on-one for a custom plan. We cover algebra, geometry, trigonometry, calculus, and more. Our goal? Help you meet GPA requirements, maintain your eligibility, and prepare for college. Because winning in the classroom is just as important as winning on the scoreboard.
I know that the model of credit unions is the very best one for human beings, and so how we bring that to life can truly transform people's lives.
Lumen brings to us the capability to be able to serve members in ways that we haven't before. It is really about enhancing that need for that particular individual like we've never been able to do before, and I'm extremely excited about that.
Dad, this guy says that we act like Gillette Labs is some miracle, but it's just another razor?
Gillette Labs ain't a miracle, but it sure as heck ain't my old razor. It's Gillette's best shave. And with up to 30 shaves per cartridge, I'm spending less. Its ultra-sharp blades last 50% longer.
And give you a fresh blade feeling time after
Time
time.
after time after time. Gillette Labs, the best a man can get.
Keeps getting better.
The 5-0 Livermore Cowboys with one final test before league play starts. The Cowboys senior quarterback Matteo Lorti is having a great season, throwing for right at 1,300 yards in 5 games this season.
California plays in the East Bay Mountain Division. The Grizzlies also 5-0 coming into this game. Cal with senior running back Jordan Leigh averaging better than 100 yards a game. 2 great East Bay teams meeting at Cal Friday night.
The Cal marching band gets us ready to go as 2 5-0 teams battle it out on Friday night. It's Livermore landing the first blow, dial up a screen to AJ Carey, who has his blockers in front, and they get the job done. Matteo Lorti to carry 7-0 Cowboys. Arjun Banerjee had a rushing touchdown last week, and on the first offensive drive of this game, the senior takes it himself to tie it up at 7. Livermore tacks on a field goal before the end of the first. Lordi connects with Shane Patterson, who holds onto the ball after a big hit by Jameson Leon. Then give the rock to Caden Romero. Romero wins the foot race. Livermore leads the game 17-7 early in the second. It takes Cal a little over a minute to respond. Banerjee to his main man, Luke Taylor, who's coming off a 3-touchdown performance last week. That's his first of tonight. Cal trails by 3. Same score with 4 minutes left in the half. This time, it's Taylor getting the handoff. He's in for a second. Cal takes its first lead. Here's the following Livermore drive. Maka Laudi sneaks up and knocks this ball loose. Jacob Stickevers jumps on the loose ball. And on the first play after the turnover, Arjun takes a shot downfield to Taylor. That's his 3rd touchdown of the night. 28-20 Cal at half. It's all Grizzlies in the second half. Jordan Leigh finds his way into the end zone, make it 35-20 Cal in the 3rd. It's the defense coming up with another huge play. This time, Henry Duppin jumps the ball, and this pick 6 is going to put this game away as Banerjee and Taylor combine for another great game for the 6-0 Grizzlies. Off to Tech CU Arena now as Palo Alto takes on Leigh. The Vikings looking to respond after an Alexei Ryabchenko goal to put the Longhorns up by 1, but Samuel Searcy comes up with a nice save. Still 1-0 Leigh Longhorns after 1. Leigh trying to add on in the second. Andrew Roll's shot is saved, but the puck finds Jacob Chu, and Jacob converts the second chance opportunity as the Longhorns take a 2-0 lead. Then it's Luke Hosler with the pass to a wide open Tejo No, and Tejo finds the back of the net as the Longhorns have a 3-1 lead. But the Vikings answered right away. Charles Weber fires one from the middle of the rink, and the puck ricochets past the line. What an unbelievable goal from Charles as Pally pulls it within 1. Leigh comes right back. Anthony Zaitz finds Jacob Chu, and Jacob beats the goalie again for his 2nd goal of the game. It's 4-2 Leigh Longhorns after 2. Pally looking to rally back in the final period, but the long-range shot is saved by Samuel Searcy. Samuel finished the game with 32 saves. The Vikings get one back late as Laurel Harrison gets a second chance opportunity for the goal, but not enough as Leigh wins it 4-3. And our Sharks Ice player of the game is Samuel Searcy. Samuel with 32 saves for the victorious Longhorns.
Lexus of Stevens Creek presents the Volunteer Award each week, leading to $10,000 in scholarships. This is an athlete who does great work in the community.
This week's Lexus of Stevens Creek Volunteer Award goes to Alexis Leo from the Harker School. Alexis serves as the Goodwill Ambassador of the San Francisco Chinatown Lions Club. She helped hand out over 1,000 meals to the Chinatown elderly, and she also volunteers at an eye clinic, a hospice center, and for the Special Olympics NorCal medical team. Alexis talks about why volunteering is so important to her.
Volunteering is important to me because it's a huge way I'm able to give back to my community. I'm incredibly lucky to be supported by my friends, my family, and also just every figure around me. And for me, volunteering is just my way of giving back and supporting them in return.
The Harker School presents the Scholar Athlete Award each week.
This week's Harker Scholar Athlete is Caroline Burns from the Monta Vista Girls Water Polo Team. Caroline with a sparkling 3.91 GPA.
Brought to you by the Harker School, the middle school kicked off Hispanic Heritage Month with a visit from San Mateo County Poet Laureate Antonio Lopez, who spoke about the power of learning in his life from his early education in East Palo Alto to earning a scholarship to Oxford University. Lopez highlighted the teachers who profoundly shaped his path. At Harker Transitional Kindergarten through the 12th grade, students discover their passions. Learn more at harker.org.
Coming up, Las Lomas battles Northgate in the Battle of the Creek.
And freedom meets liberty in girls volleyball. But first, here is this week's learning tip presented by Bay Area Tutoring Association.
Use your sports mindset for math. Approach math like a game day. Prepare, focus, and push through tough plays like multi-step word problems or challenging proofs.
It's the Battle of the Creek as the two Walnut Creek High Schools square off in this rivalry game. Northgate picked up the win last season. The Broncos with Tristan Tollerton averaging 110 yards a game on the ground this season.
Las Lomas is off to an impressive 4-1 start with running back Kane Sekulich running for 140 yards a game. Walnut Creek bragging rights on the line Friday night.
Here we go, it's the Battle of the Creek as Las Lomas takes on Northgate. The Knights on the board first in the first. Give the ball to Kane Sekulich, who weaves his way into the end zone for the touchdown. The point after is good, and it's 7-0 Knights after one. More Knights in the second. Hand the ball this time to Steven Cordano, who shows off his speed as the senior races in for a 38-yard rushing touchdown, and it's 14-0 Las Lomas in the lead. But here come the Broncos. Tristan Tollerton gets the carry, sheds a tackle, gets a block from Ryan Samander, and Tristan is gone! 38 yards to the house as Northgate cuts the deficit in half. Then later in the quarter, Maximus Cantrell drops back and hits Tristan Tollerton, who goes to the far sideline, and Tristan is gone again! 58 yards to the promised land. Broncos country, let's ride! It's all tied up at 14. But the Knights retake the lead a short time later. Blake Lewis fakes the handoff, scrambles out of the pocket, and finds a wide open Charles Lowen. Charles fights his way into the end zone for the touchdown. It's 21-14 Las Lomas. The Knights on the attack again. Blake Lewis scrambles again and heaves it deep to Jimmy Salinas, and Jimmy is in for the score. 28-14 Las Lomas at the half. Northgate looking to rally back in the second half. Cantrell shoots it long and deep for Dax Gordon. He's got it! Touchdown Broncos as Northgate pulls to within 7. But Kane Sekulich was unstoppable for Las Lomas. Kane finds pay dirt for the third time as Las Lomas wins the Battle of the Creek over Northgate. 42-35 was the final.
The Lions looking to stay in first place in the Bay Valley League as Liberty hosts Freedom. Ivan Garcia with the highlights. Liberty would get a big lead in the first set, but the Falcons soar back into the game as Nevaeh Metz flies up to make the block. Freedom down 18-17. Falcons go on a run with the help of Jalea Morales. Is 13 kills in the game. Freedom narrowly takes set 1, 25-23. Liberty bounces back in the second set. Ashlyn Cruz sets to Ime Brown for the spike. Lady Lions lead 16-9. Here's some defense from Liberty as senior captain Jenny Green gets up to deny the kill. Lions take set 2, 25-20. Liberty would get a double-digit lead in the third set as Cruz sets to Hayden Humphreys for the running kill. Now that was nice. Then it's the junior sensation, team kill leader Yasmin Calhoun going up for the slam. 15 kills on the night for Calhoun as Liberty wins set 3, 25-11. Liberty Boyd was born to play for the Lions as Lady Liberty sends a hard shot over the net, knocking it off the defender's head for the point, 2016 Liberty. And it was so nice that she had to do it twice. Boyd with another hard shot that deflects out of bounds. The Lady Lions mob her in celebration as Liberty protects the Lions' den behind Calhoun's 15-kill performance.
Bernardi Zurada is the official injury attorneys for the San Francisco 49ers, and each week Bernardi Zurada finds people in the high school sports community and highlights their efforts.
Aubrey, this week's Bernardi Zurada hometown hero is longtime water polo official Dave Hendrickson. Dave is one of 10 siblings, all of whom competed in swimming and water polo. Dave and 4 brothers played in college. Dave won a D1 national championship at Santa Barbara in 1979. Dave has refereed water polo at the high school level for 30 years, officiating as many as 10 games a week. Dave Hendrickson is this week's Bernardi Zurada hometown hero. Albany's construction knows a thing or two about hard work, and that's why they bring us the Dirty Work play each week. This week's play comes from Haley Chun from Aragon. Haley with a diving set to Gabriella Zhao. Haley Chun doing the dirty work on the court, just like our friends at Albany's Construction. Coming up, a big cross-sectional game as Los Gatos host Pittsburg.
And 2 of the best in flag meet as Liberty battles Heritage. But first, here's this week's High Five Top 5 Bay Area Volleyball Kill Leaders, brought to you by High Five Restaurant and Catering in San Jose.
This is Jess, Peloton instructor, educator, game changer. She needs her money to work as hard as she does. That's why she uses U.S. Bank Smartly Checking and Savings, which does exactly that, helping her track her spending and grow her money. Together, we'll achieve more than any of us could alone. You got this, Jess.
We got this.
That's the power of Jess, and this is the power of us.
Every time I step onto the field, I suit up to protect myself from injury. Off the field, I do the same for my family. But sometimes in life, no matter how careful you are, accidents happen. That's when you can trust Bernardi Zerata. They treat their clients like family, always looking out for your best interests. If you've been injured, call Bernardi Zerata, because when life hits you hard, you deserve a caring team that's on your side.
This isn't just auto repair, this is EuroClinic, Silicon Valley's destination for European auto care. Located in Santa Clara, we deliver precision maintenance and repair with uncompromising standards. Enjoy flexible drop-offs, concierge updates, towing for exotics, and valet pickup. Your vehicle is backed by a 5-year unlimited mileage warranty while you relax in our modern lounge with espresso and private workspaces. Expect more than a dealer, expect EuroClinic.
For over 65 years, Delta Dental has been at the forefront of progressive healthcare for all, offering high-quality, affordable dental plans that strive to meet the needs of everyone. Today, we are the largest network of oral healthcare providers in the nation. At Delta Dental, we're committed to pushing the industry to transform modern healthcare so your family gets more moments that matter for generations to come. Schedule your oral health checkup today.
Get ready for the most exhilarating season yet. Sharks Ice Hockey is hosting 34 teams spanning from Fresno to Reno. Over 700 hockey players all competing for state and national titles. Be part of the thrilling action. Experience the speed, the skill, and the passion from these young hockey players. Games are played at Sharks Ice locations from all over the Bay Area. Looking to join, support, or to find games? Go to sharkshighschoolhockey.com.
Mancini's Sleep World brings us the dream matchup every week. This big game features two of the best teams in the Bay Area. The Pittsburg Pirates are ranked 3rd in our Bay Area wide poll.
Pitt traveling south this week to take on Los Gatos. The Wildcats come into the game at 2-2 with the 2 losses by a total of 3 points. It's our Mancini Sleep World dream matchup this week. Aubrey was there.
Mancini Sleep World, rest easy.
When it comes to pre-league cross-section matchups, it really doesn't get much better than this, with Los Gatos hosting Pittsburgh. Both of these teams love to pass the ball. There's going to be a lot of passing. Pitt's QB1, Carlos Torres, has completed 67% of his passes in the first 4 games, 11 of them for touchdowns. Pitt is going to pass. Gatos will be a little more balanced. The Cats' QB, Callum Schweitzer, also has 11 tutties on the year, averaging 219 yards a game. No better place to be than in Los Gatos for this Mancini Sleep World dream matchup. Starting off in the second quarter, Carlos Torres hits King Wade on a pass up the middle, and watch King take off, picking up 44 yards. Pitt would score on the drive for the game's first points. It's 7-0 Pitt. Here's the Wildcats' next drive. Callum Schweitzer looking for an open receiver, and he finds a very open Devontae Trout. One Pirate to beat, and Trout does hook, line, and sinker. This game is tied. After a 3-and-out, Callum is back making big plays happen. This time Schweitzer takes it himself, and it's going to be a hard-fought battle of the end zone, and Los Gatos takes the lead. A missed point after makes it 13-7. Both teams making huge plays. Still in the second, Torres with plenty of time in the backfield. This could be a 50-50 ball, and Xavier Fatu hauls it in. That incredible catch leading to a field goal. It's 13-10 Cats at the half. Gatos back at midfield. Schweitzer throws it deep. Shane Harmer comes down with it, and Los Gatos is in striking distance. But the Pitt D comes up with a big stop. Demario Rivers Jr. reads this one all the way, and a missed field goal keeps it a 3-point game. Pitt looking for its first lead since the second quarter. Torres passes to R.J. Mosley. It's a lateral pass, and Mosley heaves it deep. A dime to King Wade, a razzle-dazzle for a 75-yard touchdown to give Pittsburgh the lead. The score is 17-13 Pitt. Los Gatos looking to take that lead right back. Schweitzer doesn't see anything deep, so he dumps it off to Grayson Doslack. Great blocks there from his lineman. Grayson says goodbye. Los Gatos would get in the end zone once more to make it 27-17. But Pitt would score 10 unanswered before the end of the third quarter. This Isaiah Harrison touchdown makes it 27-24. Then in the fourth, Luis Rodriguez sets up for the 29-yard game-tying field goal, and the senior drills it. This game is tied at 27. The Pitt defense comes up with another big stop. 1 minute remaining. Pitt is driving. Torres finds Isaiah Harrison picking up some necessary yards. but the Pirates now face 4th down and have a 44-yard field goal attempt. Rodriguez is kicking in his very first season, and the senior nails the kick with room to spare. Pittsburgh takes the 3-point lead with 19 seconds left. Los Gatos starting the drive in its own territory, needing a big play, but it's Pitt's Antoine Hawley coming up with the big interception to seal it. What a game. Pittsburgh takes the long drive home, back to Pitt with a win. Rodriguez says those 2 kicks felt great.
Best feeling I probably had, first year playing kicker, so it feels great. To my coach believing in me and putting that trust in me. We were down 3, I made my first one, and then after that, to seal the game, to win it, feels great.
2 of the Bay's best flag teams meet in Brentwood on Wednesday night. Freshman Lily Brockle starting at QB for Heritage. She rolls out and finds Sydney Hernandez, who makes a great catch before she gets her flag pulled. Later in the drive, handed to the shifty Peyton Laredo. The junior splits the defense to score. The point after is no good. It's 6-0 Heritage. Pats look to strike again in the second. Here's the play on 4th down. The ball is thrown, and it is picked by Liberty's Mariah Cooper. And here come the Lions after half. Noah Malu takes the snap, moves around, and elects to take off. And here is a big run by Malu to get Liberty into striking distance. Later in the drive, Malu looks around, and she elects to take it herself again. And this time it results in a touchdown. The Lions tie this one at 6. Here's the try after. Noe Alani Dillon makes a great play on a contested ball. 7-6 Liberty. Last try for the Pats. A great pass rush by Skylar James, who gets home, and that will end it. Liberty rushes the field as the Lions remain undefeated on the season. 11-0 overall, winning this one 6-7.
The Menlo-Atherton flag football team is having a great season.
The Bears meeting with Aubrey at the Rica Center to talk about it this week.
And we are here at the Rica Center with the Menlo-Atherton Bears. We got the flag football team in the house. First up, we're talking with Bailey, senior captains. All of the guys we're going to talk to are senior captains. Talk about the biggest difference between last year and this year, because you guys are on a roll.
I agree. I think the biggest difference would probably be, because last year we were brand new. It was our first year as a team, and it was pretty awesome. But I think it definitely took some adjusting to. We didn't really know how to play football very well. We did it well, but it was new. It was brand new. So I think learning how to one, throw the ball, at least for me, I can say. Taking those skills and moving on from that year to this year, I think this year we've improved a lot, and I love our team dynamic. I think we work really well together, and we have really good chemistry that can't be compared to anything else.
And I'm sure the coaching staff has a lot to do with that. Now, May, many of you guys play multiple sports, 2, maybe even 3. What's it like having to balance those sports?
Yeah, I play soccer and lacrosse also, and it's really hard because sometimes I have to go from flag to soccer or to my other sports. The other sports translate into this, and everybody's really athletic because of the other sports, so it overall just helps a lot.
Absolutely. Many of you guys agree with that? Yeah, for sure. Okay, last but not least, we were talking with Elise. Elise, again, this team has been so successful from here on out. And talk to me about a little bit of the traditions. I hear there's a belt involved.
Yeah, so our main traditions are the belts, which happen during our games. And basically we have one defensive player and one offensive player. And they're awarded at the end of the games, and it's kind of just an extra way to acknowledge whether it's a key play or their overall performance, just a special recognition from our team and our coaches, and just kind of boosts our energy.
Guys, thank you for joining us at the Rica Center. These are the Menlo-Atherton Bears. Girls, can you take us out with a cheer?
Bears on me, Bears on 3, 1, 2, 3, Bears!
Delta Dental honors entire teams who perform well on the field and in the classroom with the Smiles for Scholars Award. This week we recognize the Los Gatos boys water polo team. The Cats great in the water and in the classroom with a 3.71 GPA.
Coming up, to the City League we go for the Saturday game with Balboa and Washington.
But first, here is our U.S. Bank Bay Area football poll.
Opening week for the San Francisco City League with both Washington and Balboa coming into league play with 3-2 records.
The two teams meeting at Balboa Saturday afternoon.
Here come the Balboa Buccaneers as they host Washington in the City League opener. The Bucs on the board right away. Rylan Thien-Jones lobs it to a wide open Joseph Smith, who hauls it in for the touchdown. The point after is good, and it's 7-0 Balboa Buccaneers after 1. Second quarter now, and it's Mekhi Smith getting the carry. Mekhi finds the hole and turns on the Jets. The senior running back going 93 yards to the promised land. What a run for Mekhi. 14-0 Balboa. Balboa also getting it done on defense as the pass is intercepted by Jamil Butler, and Jamil will scamper into the end zone for another Buccaneers touchdown. It's 21-0 Balboa. One more for the Bucs in the first half. Thean Jones fires and hits Mekhi Smith, who sheds the tackle, stays on his feet, looking to reverse his field, breaks more tackles, and dives into the end zone. Mekhi Smith, what an unbelievable play from him again. 28-0 Balboa at the half. To the second half of that one, guess who's making a play on defense? Mekhi Smith. Mekhi forcing the fumble, gets up, scoops up the loose ball, then races down the far sideline. Touchdown Balboa. Mekhi with a rushing TD, a receiving TD, and now a fumble recovery for a touchdown. Washington does get on the board later in the half as Amari Daniels muscles his way in for the score, but not enough as Balboa wins the City League opener behind a big game from Mekhi Smith.
DGDG.com wants you to be a happy car buyer, so each week they bring us the Be Happy Play, a play guaranteed to make everyone happy.
This week's Be Happy Play goes to the Pittsburg Pirates. This is Luis Rodriguez nailing a 44-yard field goal to win it for Pitt, and those Pirates were pretty happy about it. Want to be a happy car buyer? Go to DGDG.com.
Coming up, the Starters by Medallion Play of the Week.
But first, here's this week's financial tip for teens and their parents, brought to you by Lumen Digital.
Set financial goals and decide what you want to save for. And set specific, achievable goals. Use financial wellness tools and personalized dashboards to track progress towards goals.
Play of the Week.
Let's start our play of the week with Mitty's Chase Graff drilling a 53-yard field goal. That's something you don't see a lot in high school sports. How about Pittsburg? Carlos Torres to RJ Mosley to King Wade. A double pass, razzle dazzle for the Pirates touchdown. But wait, we're not done with this game. Here's Shane Harmer from Los Gatos with this ridiculous catch for a big gain. But the play of the week goes to Pittsburgh's Xavier Fatu with this catch. Oh my goodness, Xavier Fatu, you just won the play of the week.
That's the Play of the Week, and that's 49ers Cal High Sports presented by U.S. Bank for this week. Thanks for watching. I'm Robert Braunstein.
And I'm Aubrey Tolliver. Be sure to join us next week to see the story of Katie Vale and the life-saving surgery that gave her a bright future. We'll see you then.
Thanks for watching. Please join our YouTube memberships to get early access to highlights and our podcast, Covered Cal High.
You'll also be able to see full game videos and vote for the Players of the Week. So click join and make sure to tune in every Sunday night at 6 p.m. on NBC Sports California. We'll see you at the games.